Hey, everyone. Hey. Welcome back to another exciting edition of the Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitchmaster Show. I'm so happy to have you. I want to have my heart on. I am so delighted to be here with you. I'm your proud host, Precious L. Williams, Killer Pitchmaster. And the topic for today's show is hashtag Speaker Tales. Walking into February 22 like yeah, I remember y'all know that song. I pound the concrete like whoa, Black Rob, right? And so why should you even listen? Why would you even come to listen to the show today? Well, as the Killer Pitch Master, I'm a 13-time national elevator pitch champion. I am a successful international professional speaker. I'm a corporate trainer for the big tech companies, Google, LinkedIn, Microsoft, Federal Reserve Bank, Intuit QuickBook, you name it, I'm there. I do keynotes. I love the fact that I took my speaking ability that I've had since I was 16 years old and turned it into a thriving career, showing others how to become hashtag book busy and paid speakers. I understand that there are people who just want to be booked and busy and show up everywhere. That's not who we're talking to. And so the reason why I wanted to do this particular show today is because it's January. We're at the end of January. And one of the things that I was seeing on social media is, first of all, we need to practice self-care. And sometimes if you're scrolling through social media, what everybody's doing just looks so perfect, so wonderful. They're speaking here, they're doing this, they're doing that. And you're like, when's it going to be my turn? What am I doing wrong? Why am I not being seen? And I want to talk about that today, right? It's January 2022. We're at the end. And I want to share with you some things to put this all into perspective as a speaker. Now, I've been speaking for 27 years. And in this time, I've seen so many changes. With the pandemic, we went from live to being virtual. And in some spaces, we are still doing live. And today, when I woke up this morning, I was thanking God for everything, the hills and the valleys and the ups and downs and the things that I thought that I would have wanted at another time. I didn't need. I needed them now. And so to write my first book at 40 years old and to finally see that billboard in Times Square that I saw when I was 5 years old, so things take time. But even in knowing that things take time, what are we doing to get out there in a major way? To gain the visibility of conference organizers and event planners, to get referrals that we never even expected. And so for me, the reason why this episode is really big is because you, as a speaker, yes, it's great to be book busy and paid. I also want you to consider what impact do you want to have on the audience, And so before we begin, and I see the guests coming in, I want to read you all something that tells you the true impact of what hashtag Speaker Tales is about. So today's episode again is on hashtag Speaker Tales, walking into February 22 light. So I'm going to go to my Facebook account and I'm going to share a testimonial that literally made me cry. And so some of you may not know that I spoke at the Professional Photographers of America conference. And that was before 10,000 professional photographers. And so when I was there, treated like royalty, had a great time, loved speaking, merchandise, books sold, we doing it good. My agent is seeing things, Professional Photographers of America are seeing how it is when I speak afterwards, very much like celebrity like. But I know that people love me because not even just authenticity and transparency, it's because I really am training in something that most people give short shrift to. So that's why pitching is important. How do you bait, attract, and close with ease? How are you in the front of the stage and your books and merchandise are all the way in the back past that? You speak and you do the Q&A session, but your inbox is going crazy from Cash App and Venmo and people buying. Now, they're not buying me because I sound good. They're not buying me because I told a sob story. They're doing it for impact and transformation that they can see through me. And that's why I always tell you all that some stories are not meant for every audience. There are some stories that are meant for church. There are some stories that are meant for different audiences. And when I realized in the pandemic that I needed to take my services to corporate America, to top foundations, nonprofits, companies, and corporations, it's because I realized that some of the things that I do when I keynote are not appropriate for corporate training and speaking. And so the stories I tell there are very different. However, okay, so we're at Professional Photographers of America. It's a wonderful time. I lost my voice, so they had to listen to me through, a rough voice. But let me share with you something that came to Facebook today. And again, it made me cry. And for my guests, I'm gonna come to you. So I need your name, the name of your company. And if you don't have a company, if you're a speaker, what do you want to speak about? I'd love to know what you want to speak about. And if you can put your links in the comments, the reason why I do that is because I want to provide y'all with opportunities to get to know each other, because you may see something that somebody else can do and be like, oh, I want to book you, I want to hire you. So don't do this long drawn out pitch. I need your name of your company. What do you do? And if you don't do anything just yet, what do you want to speak on and what audience? And please put a link where they can find you. So again, I'm so happy you all are here today. Love you all. I really, really do. The Keeping It Real with Tequila Pitchmasters is all about non-BS, non-fluff. So this is why I speak. Listen, her name is Melody Joy Payne. While I was at Imaging USA, that's the Professional Photographers of America conference, I had the pleasure of meeting Monica Sigmund, and she encouraged me to apply for the Sony Alpha Female Grant. This is something I tried a few other times and gave up because I was discouraged. But I'm committed to embracing hearing no enough times to get to that yes. Shout out to Ramon Ray. Shout out to my friend, one of the best speakers I've ever heard, Ramon Ray. One of the requirements for the application is a 1-minute intro to myself and my work. So with this encouragement of Precious Killer Pitchmaster Williams, incredible presentation on creating a pitch, I set to work. Here's to going outside of my comfort zone and creating new opportunities. And so she showed her pitch. And I know y'all can't see it. This is my little busted up phone. This ain't the iPad, but I want y'all to see that this is Melody Joy Payne. And when you watch this, when you watch her pitch video, it will bring tears to your eyes because it's not a sob story. But what I love about it is she's all about, imperfect joy. And so the only thing perfect about me is my pitches. And I don't want people to feel like they got to be perfect. Being imperfect is what makes you human. Put your talents out there anyway. You don't look, sound, and act the way they think you do. Use it to your advantage. And so, her video is going on. I can't, I know y'all can't really see it, but she's showing what she really does through photography. She shows you. And so I want to give a shout out to Melody Joy Payne. Her name is Melody, Melody, Joy, Joy, Payne, Paine. So why do I speak? Is to have that kind of impact where people I've heard know so much that they forget to just go out there and do it. And with the encouragement of Ramon Ray and with my pitching skills, look what she did. And everyone who's seen it feels like, oh my goodness. So that's why we're getting back to our topic today. # speaker tales. Walking into February 22, like, whoa. So let me go to my esteemed guests. If you all are new here, please take my free quiz. It's at pitchingforprofit.com. And when you go to pitchingforprofit.com, it'll ask you 6 short questions. So if you've been wondering how to step up your sales pitch, your media pitch, your elevator pitch, your interview pitch, any type of pitch you need, when you take this quiz, it'll show you where you are right now and what you need to get to the next stage of your journey. So if you're a speaker, you're tired of speaking for free and no pay, let's get you booked, busy, and paid. If you need to bait, attract, and close with ease, take this quiz. It's short, it's free, and you get a customized report after you click submit. The algorithms will do a thing, and let's go. So let me see what's going on with my esteemed guests. Leticia, hey, Queen. It's a hey, Leticia. How are you? I'm great, Queen. Leticia, awesome. Leticia, very true, right? I love it. It's the first time I've ever had somebody, and I know we have other people watching from other places. Excuse me, y'all. And she's just going ham. I love it. LinkedIn user, Queen, let me know who you are. And so why? Okay, so we're walking into February 2022. Like what? So again, the reason why I wanted to bring this up is because if you scroll long enough on social media, you'll start to look at your life like you're a straight bomb. If you're a speaker and you're not getting the type of stages you think you want to be on, if you're not getting book busy and paid, if you're not even being considered, you might be questioning, is this for you? So I want to have a heart to heart conversation. And I'll start with this. How many people, and y'all can be honest up in these streets, do you feel like you're being seen in the marketplace for speaking? Do you do you believe you're being seen? Do you even believe you're being considered by the places you want to be considered by? I had a queen tell me I was doing something for a six-figure mastermind, and she's worked with Tony Robbins of the world. She's worked with really really big people, and so success to her meant being on the biggest stages. And she learned with me talking that smaller stages that are targeted can be more impactful, right? Because maybe those people paid more to actually learn and not get the overview. And so my difference maker as a international professional speaker and a trainer is that I'm going to show you places that you need to be, because you may think that the success is the big stages or to be considered with the Tony Robbins, the Les Browns, and all of them. I want to show you how to be the celebrity in your own lane so that you're not competing with them. There are industries that need you that you never even considered because you may be considering one path. My gift is I've been doing this 27 years and I've been on both sides of the equation. I've done everything from seminars to workshops to keynotes to, spearheading my own live events. So I'm not new to this, I'm true to this. And so I really want y'all to be honest in the comments. Do you feel like you're being seen right now by the right people? Do you think that the content you're putting out is making an impact? Do you think that as you watch everybody else, you wonder if your time is now? And I'd love for y'all to put in the comments. I know some people are watching from a different location, so I might not see your comments right now. Hold on. Yes, so I'm going to go to the comments, and then I'm going to go over some things that I think we all need to take stock of. Teach Precious, tell them, teach what you know. Who that Facebook user? You better drop that name. Leticia, hi, thank you. You are great. Thank you. But I want you to know you're great too. LinkedIn user, hi, this is Robin. Thank you for providing this information. Thank you, Robin. LinkedIn users, is still you. I teach on literacy learning, youth leadership development, and women in leadership. Love that. I'm going to need more contact info. I need a link or something, queen. And so why am I asking these particular questions? Again, this is hashtag Speaker Tales. Walking into February 22, like, whoa. So as we begin, again, last night, I was having a conversation with a couple of, girlfriends of mine. And I was saying to myself, how you ever look back on your life? And as I was looking back, I was looking forward too. I wasn't thinking about bad things. I was just kind of like, I'm booked by Columbia University, Spelman College, Morehouse College, George Washington University. I'm booked to be a keynote at several events this year. I'm being flown out like Instagram thotty to show up and show out on stage. When I show up, I'm not competing with anyone but who I was yesterday. My zone of genius is my zone of genius. And for the first time in a long time, I realized that I don't have to be everywhere or be in every group. I don't. But I think that comes with clarity. So let me share some things with you. I want you all to consider as we walk into February 2022. Number one, comparison really is a thief of joy. And we hear that all the time. And we tell it to everyone else. But I got to be honest and say that there are sometimes I wonder if I work hard enough or if I do this and that. And luckily, I have a support network that reminds me of who I am and whose I am. It's important to know that you are not competing with who you think you are. There are people literally 30 steps ahead of you in their journey. You're on day 5. Greatness takes time. And if you're going to compete with somebody, I want you to compete with who you were yesterday. I want you to look at the topics and the things you speak on and really ask yourself, is this something that I would be interested in learning about? Is the way that I'm putting it out there not getting a buzz? Have I established that I am an expert in this, or am I regurgitating what a guru said? And most importantly, is what I'm teaching on what I really live? So if you can compare yourself to anyone, I want you to compare yourself to who you were yesterday. Are you investing in yourself? I'm not asking you to spend thousands on any program. I'm not asking you to do that. But are you investing in your craft? Are you taking lessons? Are you doing the things that make sure that you don't you don't give surface information to people who are paying for more, right? So don't let comparison be the thief of your joy. If I did that when I started off in pitching out of necessity, because there were no family and friends around, I only went big because no one thought I could do anything. So of course, me pitching to MSNBC, that was on a wing and a prayer. And that showed me that I'm going big because nobody believes me because they think I'm too small. So I'm going to go so big, you can't deny me. Now you ask me who do I compare myself to? Nobody, because nobody was doing it in pitching. Or they had a subset of pitching. And here I was pitching lingerie for full-figure divas and plus-size fashionistas. So my game had to be totally different. How I spoke about it had to be different. So I couldn't compare myself to other people. And just like being on Shark Tank, or just like being in any of these publications from the Wall Street Journal or Forbes, where did I come? It's not just about being different, but the difference has to matter. And the people who are coming to you or who may want to book you, is it obvious what your difference is or how your unique perspective is necessary for these people? I've been in conversations where people keep saying the same things over and over. That is boring as F. So I want you to bring in the funk, the noise, and the energy, because you'll cut through the clutter real quick. Plus, you know what you're doing. So as much as I love a lot of great speakers, I know what I bring to the table. Do you know? And will you step into and speak truth to power? I don't need to be on every stage, and neither do you. But what stages do you need to be on? Are you saying something that rises to the level, we need to be paying for this because you put that time and you didn't pay your dues? And some of us want to act like there's no dues to be paid. Yes, there is. I can take a picture with Les Brown. And I remember I did years ago and got a lot of likes. But that wasn't how I became a speaker. And that's not what converted people into respecting me. It's for me getting out there, getting on that, being on my thug thizzle and showing you when people thought pitching wasn't big time enough, or you could only pitch to investors or you could pitch to media. I wanted to show you that it's an everyday thing. And that is why when I'm being booked for speaking engagements, making sure that people understand it's something you do all the time, no matter if you're an entrepreneur, a speaker, someone who's in corporate America, someone who's looking for a job. It made it obvious. Okay, so she's talking about something that people only think is for one thing. So when I'm at the Professional Photographers of America, I'm dealing with great photographers who might have lost their way and thought that it's over. Hell no, it ain't over. We just, what did the Migos say? It ain't nothing but a little bit of straightening. Ain't nothing but a little bit of straightening. Okay. And so when I got good here, others could see me everywhere else. Plus, working with others is showing them that, right? So don't let comparison be the thief of your joy. You only compete with who you were yesterday. When I'm on stage and Ramon comes before me or behind me or all these other speakers, I am not there saying, oh, I need to be better. I'm not looking at them for that. I know they're great. I'm in my zone. I'm in my lane. So I'm about to kill it. And I mean that. And no, I'm not about toxic positivity because we ain't on that. But I am saying I'm not here to say, oh, if you like him, you'll love me. No, I'm the standard at what I do. Are you? Number 2, I said this before. Things do take time. I mean that. What I spoke about at 16 years old is totally different from what I speak at 43. when I walked out of a dark place in late 2018, I didn't have a concept of what to speak about. I didn't have a concept of what people even listen to me, since I've been told I would never get on stage again. And so it took me a while to find my voice, but I was still speaking in that time. And so I will always give a shout out to Bottomless Closet, who brought me to Viacom. I will always give a shout out to my queen, Danielle, um, Danielle Zeitlin Hughes, because I got an influencer contract from a speaking engagement. I mean, who does that? But the right people were around me. And as I was finding my way, they were watching and putting me on game. Do you hear me? So it still took time. Who I am at 43, I'm a different speaker than I was at 40. I've gotten better and better. I've invested in myself. I've been in accelerators. In fact, I'm in the C200 program, where we don't pay to be a part of the program, but we're going to be in for a full year, and they're giving us a grant for our businesses, because their job, their focus is to get you to $1 million and higher, because that unlocks more things. Imagine if I was back in 2018 when there wasn't a dollar in my pocket and I didn't shoot for the moon. I shot for the moon and I made it. And it's not just because I had rock star confidence, it's because I've been rock bottom. Ain't no farther you can fall. And so I decided everything about what I was doing had to change. The circles I ran in, the people I spoke to, really making sure that my talent showed out every time I pitched in in a networking meeting. It still took time. That's why I love my queen, Deb Boulanger, who invited me to speak to her 6-figure mastermind. And I'm sitting in there listening to these dope women. And we're, having a training session. And I was listening to him. I said, God, you put me in the right place. Because here I am speaking at masterminds, and here people are who can see my talent and my worth. And so in my speaking life, I had to learn where I needed to be. And so that was a change to my prices, and it was a change to who my target audience is, and then providing different resources to help different lanes of speakers or people who want to pitch their businesses, whether it's on Shark Tank or whether it's to sell their products or services, no matter what the situation is. But it still took time, and I want you to have patience with yourself, because you can look at me. I'm 43. I didn't find my way as a speaker into my late 30s, and getting better and better, adding my books to the equation, adding programs that I created to the equation. In fact, I love the fact that I have certain queens. Like I spoke to a queen, was that on Saturday? And she was like, "Hey, Precious, have you thought about this for your company?" She said, "You hella dope. Have you thought about this?" And I was like, "Ooh," they're coming to me and telling me, "Here's something else you might want to think about." And I said that I was doing this. And she said, "Oh, I didn't even know about it. Holla at me, send that to me." And I'm thinking, that's what it tells you. Everybody doesn't know everything that you do. You can post this on LinkedIn. Somebody on Facebook has never heard of it. You can post it everywhere, but we all live busy lives. So what are you putting out there? And luckily, I have queens who are in business, kings who are in business, that about that life. They thinking about things for me. I'm thinking about things for them. Who can I hook up with this opportunity and stuff like that? It still takes time. There are people who will reach out and say, "Hey, can you get me booked here and there?" Baby, I need to know if you're a real speaker or not. Are you committed to this craft? I can't put nobody out there that I've never heard speak. Can we keep it a buck? So these things take time. It takes time to get certain places. There are people who will tell you, "Oh, getting to $1 million is easy." Okay. I'm not saying that it's the hardest thing. It's probably not, but I will say that you got to work. And before you can work smarter, you got to work harder. The harder I work, the luckier I get. And so let me know if this is resonating with you all, right? So number one, don't let comparison be the thief of joy. Your only competition is who you was yesterday. Are you stepping it up on her or him? Number two, these things take time as speakers. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Who you spoke to 5 years ago is not who you're probably speaking to today. And so that requires a different set of learning the language of the land. What are the terms of art? What particular types of industry? Because you're not going to be where you are right now. And be grateful for the journey, because some people get instant success and they can't sustain it because they never had a foundation. And so if you're going to be working with people who can teach you how to speak or can set a solid platform, make sure that they're giving you solid grounding before you're out there selling products and programs that you've never even tested. I don't want y'all to be blasted on social media because there's so much more to speaking than just getting booked. There's so much more to it. Business development goes into this. Who's paying attention and who's not? Who do you need to get in their faces about? Okay, number 3, taking action. Taking action immediately. So when I do these Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitchmaster show, I recognize that this, you could be doing anything else. But for me, this is my way of giving back because I've been really, really blessed. I've been blessed as a speaker. I've been blessed as an entrepreneur. I've been blessed in the pandemic and without the pandemic. I've been blessed to be a blessing to others. I've also been toothless aggression. I've also gone through surgeries. I've also been sick. I've also been tired. And I have a great support network that's all in that booty about, you resting, you doing this, okay. But I still want you to take action. And again, you can listen to every free thing under the sun. I want you to know that probably ain't gonna get you too many places. Even if you're spending $19, that you're taking real action. And if you don't have it, what are some free resources that your community has, like SCORE and small business development centers and things like that? You can utilize those because they're helpful. They're helpful, right? And you still have to take action and make the appointment, go in, and let's go get it popping. It's not all about the financial, but you have to take action. You really do. And so if someone throws something your way, I'm going to tell you what I used to do. I used to self-sabotage. And so people would throw things my way, man. I would find every reason in the book to say no, not do it, or whatever. But when I came out of darkness, I realized I can't keep playing that game because I'm getting older and those opportunities may not come. So some things I'm just going to be like, hell yeah, let's get it. I don't even know how I'm going to do it, but we're going to get it. Never once did I think I would have an agent, right? Who does exactly what she needs to do. But the most beautiful thing is people still come to me to book me. People come to her to book me. So you're not dealing with someone who's letting somebody just book them and they never learned how to do it. I did. And it's wonderful to have her. But if I didn't, let me be clear. I say booking, busy, and paid. Let me be very, very clear. And that's what I want to impart to you all. So even if a coach is never around again, something happens, you need to know what to do when times get rough. If you need to reinvent yourself, if you're in a dying, topic, you need to know what to do. And again, it still takes time. So I'm going to take a pause for the calls right now. I want to hear what you all are thinking. What are the top 3 resonates most with you? What is it speaking to you about? I really, really want to know. And I want to share this with you. I'm having another Booked and Busy Speakers boot camp, and it's coming up on March 19th. We are also going to have a series of 3 different types of boot camps. So what I'd love for you to do is check out the website that's scrolling across your screen. Some of my queens going to drop it in the comments for you. And just check out the page and see, is that something that you're interested in? Because as I'll tell you, as my cousin La James always says, I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. And I really do want you all to succeed beyond your wildest dreams. I remember when I got a call to speak at Harvard University in the business school, I couldn't believe it. I was like, didn't they tell me I was too fat, too black, and didn't have an Ivy League degree when I started my pitching journey? And here I am. I get tickled to I'm working with Spelman and Morehouse. I get tickled with George Washington University. I get tickled by big tech companies and financial services companies and banks. I get tickled because nobody saw it coming, not even me. But that tells you that while people were dissing me, I was working, studying my craft, figuring out what made me different. What lanes do I need to get into and what lanes do I need to avoid like the plague? Okay. So please check out that link. And I know one of my queens will put it in the comments. Let me see what's going on with my peeps. Hold on. Let me get it. Let me see what my peeps talking about. What my peeps at? What my peeps? Oh, Oh, my Facebook, Mama Cummins. I know. Hey, Queen, I'm so glad you're here. I love you. You're dope. Success for me is being fulfilled by helping the people who is in my audience. That's what I'm talking about, Queen. Love it. LinkedIn user. Yes, I think I could do a better job of positioning myself in the speaking industry. You know what, Queen? That's always a big that's a challenge, right? Who is the market? How do you position yourself to be even seen by that audience? Who needs to be in your network? That's why I say speaking is more than having stories. It's more like, baby, it's so much more. And there's a time that people said people are not booking speakers and not paying them. I don't know. Listen, you can believe that if you want to. Facebook user. Greatness takes time. It really does. I feel like I'm aging like fine wine. I feel like I'm getting better with time. Yeah. Heard me. LinkedIn user. My website is www.robinmichellewilson.com. Thank you, Queen. LinkedIn, that's good. Facebook user. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday. No one else. You better believe that. Greetings, Queen B from Mother B. Burrell Worldwide, Beverly Hills. Y'all better hear that PR out of Beverly Hills. Don't listen. How many of us are in Beverly Hills? Nobody. I'm not. And you got a PR maven strategist who's been doing it over 30 years on here. Thank you, Mother B. Appreciate you being here, Queen. Facebook user. Success for me is being fulfilled by helping people. Okay, got it. LinkedIn user. Yes, I'm not sure what you're saying yes to, but listen, I'm with it. LinkedIn user. Yes, that's good. LinkedIn. Yes, pitching is important as an author, speaker, and business leader. You better believe it, y'all. Y'all better believe it. Oh, Mother B. Wait. Sheree Darnese Burrell. Join in L. Crawley if you can. If you can get them. And also, Mother B, you can just type their name in the comments and just tell them why they should be here. LinkedIn. Yes. LinkedIn user. Yes, I'm still finding my place in the speaking industry. I know my target audience. Now I'm working on properly positioning myself. I love it. Look at my girl, Kimberly Manning. What's up, Queen? As usual, you were dropping golden nuggets. You know, we dropping that hot tea. True tea, y'all. Right. You are teaching. Thank you, Queen. It means a lot. Y'all know when you're dealing with, we're dealing with people who are masters of their game in PR, communications, and they give you some love. Take it. I promise you. Take it. Thank you, my Mother B. LinkedIn user. That's great. Okay. LinkedIn, Lisa, what's up, Lisa? I'm glad you're here, Queen. Okay, y'all. So again, I'm having the Booked and Busy Speakers Boot Camp coming up on March 19th, and we're going to be doing those on a monthly basis. So if you are starting, intermediate, or advanced, please believe that I don't play in these boot camps. And if anyone who's been in my boot camp, you know I do not play. My job is not to give you fluff. My job is not to give you BS. I need you to have a solid foundation so that when we get into the intermediate and advanced level, and yes, there are speakers who've been doing this for years who are finding that they're not getting booked or they're not getting the pay that they used to. And they're realizing that we're in a different world. So what we do, we got to change the game, right? I hate the word pivot, but y'all know what we're talking about. Lisa Bosted. Hold on. Wait, hold on. Let me get that. Facebook, you're never too old to pitch your dream. No, not at all. And I was too fat, too black, and didn't have an Ivy League degree. Here I am on television. What I know? Yeah. Getting that coin. Okay. Lisa Bosted, you and I are on different professional paths, but everyone struggles. Listening to your pep talks charges my batteries. Thank you. Thank you, Lisa. And so as we get back to the title of this episode is hashtag Speaker Tales, walking into February 22 like. And again, the reason why I wanted to speak on this topic today is because I know what it's like to be discouraged, to believe that your best has passed you by. The VIPs that you wanted to see you aren't. You've been paying to be a part of things that don't. There's no return on investment. And I want to prepare you for what the speaker industry is really like and not what you've seen, right? And so there's certain things that I stay away from, but I've been doing this for 27 years. So there's no reason for me to do a lot of things that I see happening in the market, right? Okay, so Let's go over it. There were 5 or 6 things I wanted to talk about today to go along with that. So, number one, please do not let comparison be the thief of your joy. You're only comparing yourself to who you were yesterday. Are you bringing your all to the table? And that's why I wanted to share with you about the testimonial from my queen, who literally went on Facebook today to show what Ramon Ray and I did on stage for her to encourage her to pitch herself for a big opportunity. And she thought enough to let us know, and I'm appreciative. So we are not just speaking to just be speaking. That was transformation. She went from knowing her mind to hell yeah, I'm gonna say yes to myself. Number two, things speaking takes time and things take time. As business owners, I know we see on all these magazines and things about entrepreneurship and speaking that people just blow up. I'm a 10-year overnight success. 10 years. And I've been speaking for 27. Keep it a buck. I'm grateful for the opportunities. I'm grateful. And that's why I consider myself the Tom Brady of what I do. Because I'm getting older and still getting better. And you would give me the ball, I'm gonna run with it. I know what I'm doing. I've been in the fourth quarter way too many times and been counted out. My clients have been counted out. Nah, we counting ourselves in. Let's go. Number three, taking action now. Not, oh, well, I got 2 weeks. Nah, because in 2 weeks, 50 more people have stepped up to the plate. Okay. Number four, please understand the difference between speaking and fluff and BS. Please understand that there's a difference in speaking and regurgitating fluff and BS. I really want y'all to hear me on that. So there are a lot of speakers who are not getting booked right now. They're not getting paid or anything like that. And what worked in the past just isn't working. And so they'll watch others and just take from their posts or whatever, and that's all they'll do. And I want to encourage you that if you want to be a speaker considered among the greats, not popular, but among the greats. I know we live in a society that, oh, you're counted by the number of followers and all this kind of stuff. I don't know about y'all, but when we see checks coming in, we getting those invoices paid and stuff like that. That is true success, especially when people are getting to the places they never thought they could. Are they killing it on Shark Tank? Are they getting paid speaking contracts and training contracts? Are they debuting in the top spots? Are they getting into the people they want to get to? Are they positioning themselves correctly so now they're getting opportunities that never would have hit them because they were playing in a different industry that didn't need them, or their messaging was off? And that's why I think pitching is a part of what every entrepreneur does, every speaker does, every teenager looking for a job, every grown person. How are you pitching yourself? It used to be having a resume was enough. Then they added cover letters. Then they added all this other kind of stuff. So to be a true speaker, a professional speaker who is getting paid, do a deep dive into yourself and realize if you've just been dialing it in. Your audience is going to feel it. And there's some people, big time names, they can dial it in. People can hear the story 50, 700, a million times, but they're still getting something out of it. At the beginning of your journey, it ain't going to cut it. So understand your role as a speaker. What do you truly bring to the table? Whether you are coached by the biggest names in the business or not. That's why I always love underdogs. It goes back to that song by Mano, All the Above. He said, you take over this money and I'm still going to survive. What? You can take over all this and I'm still going to do it. And then turn it into thriving. The people who come from less than favorable circumstances, they played the hand they were dealt and they were going straight to the top. They're like, I've already been at the bottom. I see what I don't want, but I'm going for what I do want. So we need to talk more about what do we want versus what we don't want. And that's why I tell you with pride, speaking before those photographers in DC and being at the Gaylord and, working with different organizations and and they're telling me, the things that they booked for me and all this it's a big deal because as y'all know, being treated like you're special before you even arrive is a big deal. So that you don't feel like you walking in and feeling like a bum. But it's because I don't just fluff and BS. I'm appreciative when people will have whole Airbnbs for me. I'm appreciative that I need to get my mind right. That's why I love my agent because we were in DC and my voice was done. She kept telling me go upstairs and drink some tea and some honey, and she got it for me. The day of, she's still doing things because to her, this is a big deal. Show up and show out. And if your voice is toe up from the flow up, still give them a show. And that's what led to the things that are happening today. Number 5, what systems do you have in place? Right? And so if you're going to be a part of any program, what systems are you going to have in place? Right? How are you going to measure what's working and what's not? If you have someone who is helping you with booking, are you getting a report about that? What are you submitting yourself for? Do you have a system that has pat answers to things so that you don't have to keep doing the wheel over and over and over again? What do you need to have in place? And it's not always the things you think. Yeah, we say speaker one all the time. There are other things you're going to need to make that happen, right? How do you deal with people who are dead set on you speaking for free or dead set on paying you nothing? Do you know how to walk away? Do you know how to take advantage of being intentional about your time? That's important. And finally, number 6, I just want to share this with you all. A great way to get yourself out there, in your respective careers, whether it's a speaker or an entrepreneur, is apply for awards. Apply for awards. I really want y'all to do that, right? So when I was entering my book into competitions, if I was waiting for anybody else to do it, it wasn't going to be done because we were all busy. But my first book became a 4-time Book of the Year finalist. I entered myself into the Stevie Awards and won Silver Maverick of the Year. I've won Savvy Ladies Inspiration Award. I've won the Career Mastered Women of Distinction Award. I won the Akaba Women of Impact Award. There's so many awards that I've won because I dared to nominate myself. And so there are business awards out there that you may feel like, oh, well, I haven't made it to billions. No. But if you've done something, put yourself out there because most people don't think to nominate themselves. You can nominate yourself for speaker awards. You can nominate yourself for a lot of things. And what you're doing is you're putting different eyes on you. So you know how certain awards, seem obvious. Okay, so you can apply for the obvious ones, but apply for the not so obvious. So they have like women in business awards. They have like empowering women. They have men. There's so many awards out there. And I challenge you all to apply for the obvious ones and the not so obvious because people are watching. And so when I won the Silver Award for Maverick of the Year, I was so proud because I didn't think I was going to win anything. And when they questioned something in my background, I'm so glad that I had Ty Goodwin and Danielle Fitzpatrick Clark to put it all in perspective. And I proved I'm a Maverick of the Year because I came from a very, very dark place and fought my way to the top. Where the city of New York and different organizations and companies around the world work with me. So yeah, there were some questionable things in my past, and that's why I have integrity today. A Maverick doesn't do just everything perfectly. I've made mistakes and paid handsomely for it. But the reason why I'm a Maverick is because even with all of that being said, I never stopped. I never gave up. When people gave up on me, I didn't give up. And that's why I can stand before you and say, that's why I'm a 3-time #1 best-selling author. That's why I'm booked, busy, and paid by the biggest companies and Fortune 500 companies, nonprofits, foundations, and organizations in the world. That's what it means to be a Maverick. And won silver. I was so, I went on Facebook Live. And that's why I tell you, as speakers, you're going to hear no. You're going to hear all these sort of things. I'm going to need you to keep going. Next, what did Ariana Grande say? Thank you. next. Thank you, next. Thank you, next. So, out of those 6 things, what really sticks with you all? And remember, the title of this episode is hashtag Speaker Tales. Walking into February 22, like you're not giving up. You're not sitting here comparing yourself to everybody else. You're creating a lane for yourself. You're getting the type of help that you need. For those of you who are new, please take my free quiz. Go to pitchingforprofit.com. If you want to learn how to really step up your pitching game for yourself as a speaker or as an entrepreneur, or you're getting ready to drop something, learn how to pitch and to create the type of message that baits, attracts, and closes with ease. So take that free 6-question quiz, get your free customized report, and we can get it cracking. If you are a speaker who wants to go from, you want to know where the money reside, check out my Booked and Busy Speakers Boot Camp coming up on March 19th. And also we'll have some other things coming out of the equation for you all. And finally, I don't know if I have people in the Boston area. We're doing, so for Women's History Month, we're debuting a book called Heels to Deals. And I'll try to put it in the comments if I can. So we'll be in Boston on March 4th, 2022, debuting our book Heels to Deals. And with this book, there are 33 of us who are talking about our experiences as successful women in sales. And so the reason why I'm a part of this book is because it's not a memoir or anything like that. It's really, really, really about showing why women need to be in sales. And so the tickets are $25. The book is included in the price. I'm just going to put this in the comments so y'all can see it. Just give me a second. Boston event, March 4th, 2022. And so I'm putting this, okay, so I'm doing this so y'all can see it. And I'd love for y'all to go to Eventbrite and check it out. The tickets are $25. You'll have food. You'll meet with us, 25 of us as authors. And mine is all about pitching for profits. And how I started, how I even get into it, how I broke glass ceilings and broke the mold for, pitching and being a woman in sales, a Black woman in sales, and utilizing going big or going home. So if you want to know why, girls and women should consider a career in sales, this book shows you our different ways of coming at sales. Okay. And so I'm going to go and see what my esteemed audience is saying. And I thank you all so much for being here with me. Okay. Y'all know Beverly Hills PR. Pitching your dream comes with strategic planning. Get that business plan, website, and negotiation skills together. Wait, let me read that again. Pitching your dreams comes with strategic planning. Get that business plan, website, and negotiation skills together. And definitely get your budget together. A dream without hard work is a hobby. I thought, shots fired. Mother B, you ain't have to do me like that. Adrian, yes, thank you. Next. And so do we have any last comments from our esteemed guests? I am always honored to have you all. I know you can do a lot of things with your time. And for me, this is truly my way of giving back and always encouraging you that it's always darkest before dawn. It's always darkest. And so whether you're new to this or true to this, there's still ways that you can, create your niche and dominate with your pitch. And so for my speakers, keep going. None of us really started off on top. And brick by brick, we built our empire. The very things you're ashamed of is sometimes what the audience needs to hear from a place of overcoming and not being in the trenches. Also, in creating these niches, be very clear on where you are and not taking everything, thinking you can speak on everything. You are not a jack of all trades and a master of none. And so I'm so honored again. The title for this episode was hashtag Speaker Tales, walking into February 22. Like, whoa, I want you to remember, don't compare yourself to anybody. Number one. Number two, these things take time. Number three, take action, whether it's massive or a small step. The journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step. So start. Number 4, understanding the difference between being a real speaker and fluff and BS. Number 5, make sure you have the right systems together. And I'm sure there are wonderful speakers who can help you. Again, I have the Book and Busy Speakers Bootcamp that can help with that. And number 6, enter yourself into awards. Enter yourself, self-nominate. You'll be surprised. Most people don't, and they could have won. Not everybody knows what everybody does, but you know what you do. So put yourself into awards. And again, I'm just so glad you all are here. Heart, love, love, love you all. And if there's someone that you think needs to watch this replay, type their names in the comments and tell them why they should watch this particular episode of the Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitchmaster Show. And if you all want any of the links I said earlier, type that in the comments. Hey, I need the link for, I don't know, the Boston event. I need the link for the quiz. I need the link for the Booked and Busy Speakers Bootcamp. Put that and what you need in the comments, and I'll make sure to go back and put the right answer in there for you. And again, I thank you all for blessing me with being here as a part of my journey. This is such a wonderful time to be alive, even though we are snowed in. Y'all know New York is snowed in. But my heart is so warm because I have the network. I have what I've learned as a speaker. I consistently invest in myself, my talents, my skill sets, and my abilities. I put out work in book form to show you what is possible. And also, let's take action every day on our speaker dreams and our entrepreneurial dreams. Please let me know if there are any last comments, and I will let you go. Let me see. Mother B, Sheree, love and blessings. Outstanding comments. You better do that. Y'all know PR in Beverly Hills, Burrell Worldwide. Beverly Hills, y'all need to check her out. Y'all need some PR. Listen, Mother B already spoke. I truly, truly love, love, love you all. And again, thank you for coming to another exciting edition of the Keeping It Real with the Killer Pitchmaster Show. I am your proud host, Precious L. Williams, Killer Pitchmaster, showing you how to what? Slay all competition, whether it's in the speaking realm or any other realm. You want to get your elevator pitch, media pitch, investor pitch, sales pitch, speaker pitch, and interview pitch together? You can check out my website at www.perfectpitchesbyprecious.com. Come see what we're doing. Come check out the events that I will be speaking at over the entire, well, I think for the next 3 months, right? Events. I'm going to be speaking at Barter Black. That's going to be in Maryland, February 18th and 19th. This year, I will also be in Boston on March 4th for our events, and there are other speaking engagements that I have all over the country. I know some international going to be coming. Okay. And so let me show you how to slay all competition with a killer pitch. Love you all. Have a wonderful day. And remember, you're speaking to have impact. You're speaking to transform. And when you create that niche, dominate with your pitch. Till next time, I'm your host, Precious Williams.